A driver turns the key. Nothing happens. No roar, no rumble, just silence and a single clicking sound. The battery is fine. The fuel tank is full. So why won't the engine even try to wake up? The answer is a sensor so small you could lose it in your palm. And without it, your engine doesn't even know where it is. Every engine needs to know one thing before it can run exactly where the crankshaft is at every single moment. The crankshaft position sensor is what tells the engine's computer this critical fact. Without it, the ECU has no idea when to fire the spark plugs or when to inject fuel. It's not just another sensor, it's the heartbeat monitor of your entire engine. Bolted near the crankshaft is a toothed wheel called a reluctor ring. As the engine turns, these teeth pass by the sensor's tip, one after another, at incredible speed. Each passing tooth creates a tiny pulse of voltage, a signal the ECU counts and times with precision. One gap in the ring, slightly wider than the rest, tells the ECU exactly where cylinder number 1 sits. From that single reference point, the entire firing order of your engine is built. Now imagine that signal disappears even for a fraction of a second. The ECU instantly loses track of where the crankshaft is. It doesn't know when to spark, when to inject fuel, or sometimes whether the engine is even turning at all. In that moment, the engine can stall without warning, misfire violently, or refuse to start entirely. This single point of failure can shut down an engine that is otherwise in perfect health. The clearest sign is a no-start condition. The engine cranks, but never fires up. The second sign is random stalling, especially at idle or low speed, with no warning at all. The third is intermittent misfiring, where the engine runs rough and then smooths out for no clear reason. The fourth is a check engine light paired with one of these codes: P0335, circuit malfunction; P0336, range or performance problem; P-ling sen sen, signal too low; P-ling sen sen bai, signal too high; and P-ling sen sen ju. To confirm the sensor itself, start with your OBD2 scanner. Check live RPM data while cranking. If the scanner shows 0 RPM during cranking, the ECU is receiving no signal at all. For deeper testing, use a multimeter on a C voltage while cranking the engine. A healthy magnetic-style sensor produces a fluctuating AC signal, usually between 0.5 and 5 volts. A flat, unchanging reading means the sensor has failed internally. Not every no-start points to this sensor. Sometimes, the reluctor ring itself is damaged or has debris stuck between the teeth, creating the exact same symptoms as a failed sensor. Other times, the wiring harness near the sensor is exposed to extreme engine heat, causing it to crack or melt over time. A weak battery can also produce slow, irregular cranking that confuses the sensor's reading, even when the sensor itself is perfectly healthy. For most drivers, this isn't just a technical detail. It's the difference between making it to work and standing in a parking lot calling for help. Think of the crankshaft sensor as the conductor of an orchestra, telling every instrument exactly when to play. Without that timing signal, even a perfectly tuned engine becomes a room full of instruments playing at random, producing nothing but noise instead of music. Here's what we know for certain. A healthy crankshaft sensor produces a clean, consistent signal that the ECU can count and time precisely. Here's what still needs individual testing. Whether the fault lies in the sensor, the reluctor ring, the wiring, or the battery itself. If the multimeter shows no signal at all, replacement is usually fast and affordable. If the ring shows damage or debris, a deeper repair may be needed, and that's a job worth understanding before you start. A car can only run if its computer knows exactly where the engine is, every fraction of a second. And now you know exactly how that information is created and how to check it when it fails. If this helped you understand what's really happening under your hood, subscribe to Sensors Garage for the next deep dive into your car's hidden nervous system. See you in the next one.